was, why would somebody listen to you? So many people have brought this up to me just recently, and they're, especially right now in the New Year's, guys. I think it's so amazing, and we'll see how long it lasts. Everybody's going, man, guess what? I know, with the New Year's, and, everybody's, I'm going to start doing periscopes, and I'm going to start doing videos, and I'm going to create my following. And, if you guys saw my first periscope of the year, and I won't get into it, how long is that going to last? But there's so many people that are reaching out to me, and, I want to handle this in two separate ways, and it's awesome that Andy Chow is on here, AFC, one of my dear friends, and he can attest to this, because I remember having this conversation with him, and we were actually in a restaurant, and he's going, man, between, you and your father and Grant Cardone, Mr. Wiggins, thanks for jumping on, brother, all these people out there that got all this information, and why would anybody listen to me? I don't got anything original to say, and how can I come up with something new? And what's so funny is I believe it was Les Brown that said this, is that anything that's original to be said has already been said, guys. It's funny if you really think about that. The only difference is translation and the way people say things. And I was having this conversation with Andy, and I said, you just don't get it yet. I want you guys to really think about this and ask yourself if you would take this bet. I pulled out $100 and I put it on the table. He goes, what's this? And I go, I want to bet you $100 right now. And he goes, okay, what's the bet? And I go, how many people do you think are sitting in this restaurant right now? And it was, afternoon. There was probably like maybe 15, 20 people there. And I go, I'll bet you $100. I want you to walk up to everybody in here and say, profits are better than wages. Now, if you've never heard that statement, Jim Rohn, man, if you've never listened to Jim Rohn, do yourself a favor, go look him up, listen to him. It's as far as network marketing, entrepreneurs, however you want to call it, it's probably one of the most quoted and famous statements out there. Profits are better than wages. And most people, if you're hearing this Periscope, you're going, yeah, everybody's heard of that. That's how you tell me that's original. And I said, it's not, but I bet you if you walk up to every 20 people in this, restaurant right now and say, listen, my buddy bet me $100 and I want to prove him wrong. Profits are better than wages. Have you ever heard that statement? And I said, I bet you $100 not one person has heard that. And, Andy Chow's on here. He looked around and was going, no, I'm not taking that bet. Because what you guys have to understand is this, and I applaud everybody watching this right now, because, this arena of personal development, being an entrepreneur, whether it's affiliate marketing, network marketing, whatever you're trying to aspire to do right now is such a small niche area. You think of one of the most highly quoted profits are better than wages, and you could go right now outside to your friends and family, to a restaurant, and I bet you can't even find one person that's heard of that. So the reason why I'm bringing that up, guys, is, you could take something that simple and say, listen, guys, today's Periscope, today's videos is profits are better than wages. A great man named Jim Rohn once said that, and what it means to me is... And do you guys realize that somebody somewhere could possibly stumble across this video? They're down in a rut. They hate their job. They're looking for something extra, and they're going to hear that from you and go, "Oh my God! So I'm trading dollars for hours? I need to find a way to get leverage. I need to find a way to start who's this person, D'Angelo that said this? I mean, this guy's a smart guy. I should look him up and work with him." And you guys got to understand that. There's a whole thing I say is R&D, rip off and duplicate, right? Now, the second part of this that I really want you guys to understand, and I actually said this, which surprised me as to somebody in my eyes is actually a good trainer. He owns his own business. He's actually just traditional business and in sales. And, he was saying, man, I'm seeing all these trainings online. I'm trying to figure out how to use it to teach my people. And I said, listen, man, you got to understand one thing. What's the difference of an okay trainer or just a trainer and an amazing trainer? Is stories. It's stories. Being able to take an idea, a concept, a phrase like profits are better than wages, and being able to put that in a story. Whether it's your story, whether it's a friend's story, a family member's story, a coworker's story. Because what you guys have to understand, and I'm sure this is not once again original statements, facts tell, stories sell. Stories are what drives emotion, what drives people to do things. And every one of you watching this, I need you to understand that you need to believe in yourself and understand that you have a unique story. And I said this to Melody Riva, I see that she's on. I know a lot of people, and I would love for you guys to do this. Take my Periscopes, I don't care, and redo them. Just put in your own story. Because I'm not going to relate to everybody. I know, I would love to relate to everybody, but, I've even seen, on Facebook, you can follow your analytics of the age groups and the people that are following you. And I guarantee each and every one of you watching this, and thank you for the hearts, you've got a story that you could tell, that you could put into profits are better than wages or anything out there. And somebody's going to hear that and relate with you. I guarantee, Melody Riva's on here. She's an amazing woman, a mother, and people would hear her story and love and fall in love with her and want to work with her, even though she said the same thing I said. And people would watch me and go, I don't know, he's a little high strung and he's got ADD and he, looks like a young kid and posting up pictures at the skate park. I don't know about this guy. And they can hear your story and go, my gosh, this person's just like me. Andy Chow coming over from China, he's got a great story about, him learning, English. And, every one of you have got a story and people need to hear it. So, in closing, guys, why would people listen to you is because you've got a story to share. You've got something that people can relate to. And it doesn't matter if you take this Periscope and rip it off. If you just go on Jim Rowan or Les Brown or my father, Robert Hollis, or, Cardone or Gary Vee or whatever it is, especially right now, guys, I think each and every one of you should really be taking advantage of the first of the year right now because everybody's posting stuff. Everybody knows you should be following creating a following and putting videos up, and a lot of people are doing it right now like crazy. I mean, my Periscope, it's like every time I look at it, it's like 12, 15, 20 new, push notifications. Hey, somebody's starting to broadcast. Hey, somebody's starting to broadcast. Well, guys, like December, I got like maybe 2 a day, 3 a day. So take this advantage to learn other people's stories, learn things, and be able to just look at that and say, how can I tell this in my story? How can I use this to relate to me? And explain that. You look at all the great people across the world that's ever impacted people. It was a way to translate it in the way that they perceived it. And, whether people are going to relate with you or not, guys, you just got to start. Put yourself out there and just start reaching out to people. And if it's, Periscopes, I know that might be scary for some people, but, understand that there's millions and billions and billions and billions of people out there, ladies and gentlemen, that are sick and tired of being sick and tired. They don't like where they're at. They're looking for a better way. And they have absolutely no idea there's a better way. They were just taught, listen, life sucks, then you die. I hate to get serious with people right now, but there's so many people in the world right now that aren't even living, they're just existing. And the fact that you could reach out to them, they could hear your story, they could see, something on Facebook or a video of yours, and you could impact them for life because they were willing to listen to you guys. I'm telling you. So, I know it's scary, and, Melody, she's saying so true. You were one of the people that I had that conversation with. She goes, my gosh, I, want to do all these things, and I'm following all these people, and they have such great things to say. Why would I do that? But Melody, I know for a fact, and if you follow Melody Riva, you can post up here again, follow her on Periscope. She's got an amazing story. She inspires me, and everybody's gone through the struggles that you're at. There's somebody right now, multiple people right now in the world just like you in the same position that you're in, and when they hear you, they're going to be gravitated towards you. They're going to want to work with you. So today's Periscope was pretty short, guys. I want to make a lot of these short because I got a lot of just quick information that I want to share with you guys. The last couple ones I got deep on you guys. So, and the other thing too, in closing, just have fun with it, man. I think here's the other thing. Don't feel like you got to fit in this box. Don't. Everybody's, well, I gotta have say it a certain way, or I gotta have, go get one of those backgrounds, or, who cares? Whatever. If it's just you hanging out, because here's another thing. People follow people that are doing what they love to do. So find here, for everybody that wants to do something, I'll give you a great tip of something that can help you get out of your box. Find something that you're passionate about, that you love. Whether it's, crocheting, or my brother, Matthew Hollis, finally doing Periscopes. He loves movies. Just hang out with your kid. Hey, I'm doing a Periscope with my kids, guys, and we're having a great day today, and we're having fun. Just do your first Periscope of, hey, this is Robert Jr., and and I'm going to do one. I don't know. I think the next time I go to the skate park, you guys will have to watch. I might do it on the fly, but I'm going to do a Periscope from the skate park. Why? Because I love the skate park. You guys can see me in a different element. Hopefully, I'll try to do some tricks while holding it, and people are going to go, whoa, that's cool. So just do something fun. Do something unique that you love to do. Don't feel like you have to fit in the box, because guess what? If everybody trained the same, if everybody trained on the same stuff, Periscopes would be boring. Nobody would like to do this stuff. So be unique. People want to hear your story. I believe in you. People that know me close, guys, I mean, this was one of the scariest things in the world for me. I won't go into that story of battling my anxiety, but to do this before, I would freak out and be hyperventilating and pacing and, taking notes and double checking it. But you just got to go out there and put yourself out there, and I'm telling you guys, you'll be amazed at the response, and I'm amazed with the response. I still see all these hearts and people sharing, guys. You guys really don't know how much. Yeah, Andy Chow put there, hiding in the bathroom. True story. I'll tell that story later on a different Periscope. But I can't tell you guys how much it means to me, the love and support that you guys are giving me. And, and it's funny, I just noticed I rarely do this. If you guys want to connect with me, my fan page, if you just go to caughtthedream.com, and that's my fan page, send me a like there, and send me a message. I'd love to, I don't want to be just on this side all the time. I want to meet you guys. I want to help you guys. I love building relationships with people. So please just shoot me out a hi so I can see who you are, and we can connect and possibly be able to help each other. You never stop learning, and I'd love to even meet and learn something from each and every one of you guys. So God bless. Have a wonderful day. I've got